Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. It's me, your teacher, Miss Jaziba Khurram from the Smart School Sir Syed Ahmed campuses and Gulistan-e Jauhar campus. This is your grade 5 social studies recorded lecture, and in this class, we are about to do some written work. Yes, we have already finished our chapter, The Early Civilizations of the World, Ancient Egypt. We have done the copy work of it as well. We have done the book work. And now we were discussing about our latest chapter, that was The Early Civilizations of the World, Indus Valley. Now, why this chapter was really interested is because this chapter was mainly focused on our Pakistani region, our subcontinental region. So that's why this chapter was really much interesting to discuss. Now we have discussed this chapter in our classes. It's time for the written work. So I want you all to take out your social studies registers. Be prepared with your pencil, pens, whatever you are using, and let's do some written work. So I've been seeing a lot, and I know that you have been following all of the instructions perfectly and very well, but still I want you all to maintain your index very properly, because index is actually the main part of your copy, which represents your copy, that how many work have been done, how much properly you have managed each and everything in your copy. So first of all, you can see that final term and the chapter's name are mentioned with the bold letters. So it will be very good if you will use your blue color pencil or black pen for this purpose. Here I haven't mentioned date because you will put on date according to the day you are working on. Plus the serial number is very important, so don't forget to mention the serial number as well. You are big enough to know how to put on these things, so let's just move to the next part. Yes, next and the most important part is to make out the title page. I will really love to see what kind of title pages you are all are making, and I really appreciate the effort you all put in to make these title pages. So make this title page, Early Civilizations of the World, Indus Valley, in your copies blank page, and on the page next to it with the lines you will start writing the question answers. Now you have to write down your topic, the question answers, with your blue color pencil. And for the ones who are using their black pen, they will write the question answers with the black pen, and the question with their black pen as well, and the answer with their blue pen. And the opposite is off for the ones who are using the blue color pencil. They have to follow the instructions mentioned in the video. So date should be mentioned first. Before starting of any work, you have to mention the date first. Then you will write down the CW on the right hand side and date on the right hand side. Do not write any topic on the two red header line of your copies, because that is not for your topics line. Let it be the way it is. You have to write topic beneath those two red lines, question and answers. So starting off from the question number 1, what have archaeologists found at Harappa and Mohenjo Daro that indicates the cities were part of an advanced civilization? Archaeologists को ऐसे क्यों लगता है that Harappa and Mohenjo Daro were advanced civilization according to that time? So it was an advanced civilization because they had a highly developed city. They had good underground drainage system. Houses were very similar and of same size. The city were very well built with strong walls and gateways. The city was very well planned. Means they have made the city very highly developed according to that time of world, part of the era, and they had made amazing a good drainage system, which everyone really amazed of, because at that time there was no concept of this thing. This was a civilization which made this thing into it. Their houses were very well constructed with the bricks. They made the strong walls. They made the gateways to protect their city. The city was very well planned. So that's why it was a part of an advanced civilization. Question number 2. Why do you think the people in the valley decided to settle here? Well, the reason is quite obvious, that why people settle here, because of the Indus River. That's why they are known as the Indus people. People settled here because it was situated at the bank of Indus River. Farmers like living near the river because it kept the land green and fertile for for growing crops. They also needed river water to drink and wash. Obviously, what is our basic necessity of a life? We need water, we need food, and for food we need a very good land where we can grow our crops. We need water for it. So that land was really perfect for all of these things. The farmers lived near to the bank of the river Indus. They grew their crops, they washed their dishes, they washed themselves, they drink water from that river. They used their that river as the basic necessity that water was, and is for all of the human beings. So that was the main purpose to be settled over there. Now question number 3. Why do you think the Indus Valley Civilization vanished? Give a reason to support your answer. Now, a lot of people think that why vanish means that all of a sudden this civilization was gone, nowhere to be proved of, where they have been, and all of a sudden where they have gone. So this is a really big question mark. And let's just see what our answer is. So the answer is archaeologists found the reasons for this decline are not clear. It is believed that the drying up of the river and climate change is the main cause. Means there's no reason have been found. We haven't found anything, and nothing is clear. Most of the people think that there was a very big natural calamity, बहुत बड़ा कोई like kind of a flood or a sandstorm maybe, because of the climate change. Climate change is a condition where you have to face the extreme weather conditions, and some of the people think that the river dried up. Main river over there was the Hakra river, which was the second important river after the river Indus. So these two were the two most important rivers, and they thought that maybe that because of the drying of those river is the main cause of this thing, or maybe the climate change is the result. So there's no specific reason for this thing, that why this civilization ended. Question number 4. How is ancient Indus civilization different from other civilizations of its era? Indus Valley Civilization किस तरह से different है उस era के accordingly civilization, and उस era में there were two civilizations that you have already studied were Ancient Egypt and the Mesopotamia. Answer is Indus Valley Civilization was different from other civilizations of its era in several ways. First one, that a few buildings have been found as compared to the ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. You have seen that ancient Egypt, they had very big pyramids, like for wonders of the earth. It was like one of the wonders of the world before. And ancient Indus Valley Civilization, the people had very like small buildings, few buildings, small houses, but very well constructed. Number 2, there is very little evidence of weapons and military culture in Indus Valley as compared to the Mesopotamia and Egypt. As discussed before in our class as well, that we have discussed that they were kind of a very peace lover kind of people. There is no sign of any weapon or any military culture like Mesopotamia and Egypt had. Like Egypt people, they had to do the wage wars for the protection of their country. They had to do everything, but we cannot find any kind of military culture in this region. Number 3, houses were equal in size and streets were straight as compared to Mesopotamia and Egypt. So inke houses, all the houses were of equal size, and then there was no sign of big palaces just like the Egypt and all that. But so it was just like equal in size, and their streets were really pretty straight as compared to the Mesopotamia and Egypt. Now here you can see the question number 5, that if you were living in the ancient Indus Valley, what would you choose as a profession? Give reasons for your answer. Yes, now this part of the question is to be done by you all. You have to write down your answers. Now what were the professions at that time? Means they were very great artist people, they were very good artists, and they were very good pottery, they were good in making the jewelry, they were good in making the toys, they were good in making some kind of like animal figures as well. They were good in making the pottery related thing. They were good in growing crops. They were good farmers as well. So that's a profession too. They use bulls, elephants as their kind of a the transporting goods purposes. They used to sail in the boats as well. It means they were good in making the houses as well. So you can choose any profession, and you have to give reason for your answer, that why would you choose that profession of Indus Valley civilization. So this question is to be done by you all, and I'm looking forward for your answers of this as well. Alright, so students, by this is the end of your question and answer session of this chapter, and I hope that through this question and answer session, all of the chapters explanation is being done as well through this thing. I hope you really enjoyed this. Till then, I will see you through all the live sessions or in the physical class, or will connect through this recorded class. Till then, you all take care of yourself. I'm signing off. Allah Hafiz.